Welcome, and in this video tutorial we'll be exploring where Copilot shows up in Teams. Let's go and take a look. I have come into the Microsoft Teams desktop application and we're looking at the dashboard. We've navigated to a private chat space, so I'm having a private chat with John talking about the AI Hub service, and we've been having quite a lengthy conversation with lots of information shared. There's a video and some further details, including a PowerPoint presentation and a Word document. Now, if you want to use Copilot to help you in a private chat, just click on the Copilot icon that you can see in the top right-hand side of the screen. Once open, it's providing some information at the top, so you can ask questions, you can summarize the conversation, or try out further prompts. So let's go ahead and give that a go. So I've asked Copilot if it can summarize this conversation. As you can see, that is being generated right now. So a really useful feature if you want to really condense a lengthy conversation into summarized bullet points. And as you can see, here are the links to the files that were shared during the conversation. And then if you find this useful, you can click in the left-hand corner to select the copy option to copy this information to the clipboard. And that could be then posted into a Word document, for example. I'm going to navigate to the calendar next. And this is another example of where you can use Copilot within a Meet Now or a scheduled meeting. What I've done is I have put together a meeting. So we'll navigate to that meeting right now. Here is an example of a meeting that I've been having with John. And so we've had a lengthy conversation. And once again, if you want to use Copilot, there's a link here at the top to open Copilot. So just click on that link. Now, in order for this to work, what you'll need to do is make sure that a transcript is enabled. So if you activate the Copilot link for the first time, it will probably prompt you to do so. If not, you can go to the More drop down, hover over the Record and Transcribe menu and select the Start Transcript. Then from there, you can use Copilot to ask it anything about the actual meeting. So you can ask it to generate notes, task lists, and much more. For example, just click where it says Ask me anything about this meeting and enter your prompt. And when you're ready to send that, click the Send button. I've asked Copilot if it can generate a task list based on the conversation that we had during the meeting. And this is what it has come up with. And once again, if you want to copy that, just click the Copy button in the left-hand corner of the prompt. And also, just to make you aware, underneath here, there are some buttons that you can select. So I could recap the meeting so far to activate that. And once again, that will generate a further response. And then if you want to end the transcript, go to the More drop down, Record Transcribe, and Stop Transcription. And finally, we're going to head back to the Teams dashboard. And as you can see on the toolbar, there is a direct link to Copilot. So if you select that link, it will open up Copilot directly in the Teams dashboard. And just to note, there is a Work tab and a Web tab at the top here. To give you a bit of context about that, these tabs will let Copilot know if it should rely on internal data only with the Work tab, or if you want to include a web search for a broader context. In this next video tutorial, we'll be exploring meeting recaps and action items. So let's get started. After your meeting has concluded, head to the chat space in your Teams dashboard, select the relevant event, and that will pull up the chat as you can see here. To get to the recap, select the Recap tab at the top. And this was the agenda that we set up prior to the meeting. And as you can see, clearly the checklist items here have been discussed. Some further notes were added to that as well. And you also have further options here. So you can see there's a transcript button. Above, you can see attendance information. So if we click on that, it'll take you to the attendance tab, and that'll show further information in terms of the attendance. Alternatively, you could add to the agenda list items for actionable items. So if you click the plus button, we could add another checklist item. So if that was review information and pricing, we've just added a new checklist item. To share that with John, we can click here to see shared locations. And then if you select Add to Loop Workspace, this will open up the loop in a separate browser tab and then select the option here, which is My Workspace. This will add it to your workspace. And then to share that workspace with John, we can select the Share button Then select the loop component option here. Go into settings for the link. Select the option which is people you choose. Then enter the email address for the external client. Or if it's internal, you can just start typing the name of your colleague. And then determine if you want to edit or view. We want them to edit, so we'll leave that set as is, and then go ahead and select apply. That will create a shareable link, which you can then share with John in this example. So now John has logged into this space, he can successfully check off one of those items so that he has now reviewed the information and pricing.
Are you happy with this training? Make sure to subscribe for more great content. Visit the Simon Says It channel, explore our videos and training sessions, and decide what you want to learn next.